aika hyvä. Ehkä toi hyvä on. Tää on tää vähän kova. Taka punainen, taka valkea.
Vähän tykki vai?
Joo.
Puoli. 26.
Joo. Tää on hereillä, vai ei se ainakaan näyttänyt missään vaiheessa, että se olisi niinku hyynähtänyt. Joo. Lähdetään siitä. Joo.
Kuhan jompikumpi reunaa.
Lähdetään sitten esireunasta, niin otetaan jotain markkinaa.
Joo. Sama on. Sama on.
Muutakaan tiukka.
Vähän voimaa.
Kovan näköinen.
Kovan näköinen. Hyvä on. Ei mene.
Ei vielä.
Ei voi. Se tulee. Se menee.
Sama kuin äsken.
Paljon toi johon.
Mitkäs kivet haluat?
6 ja 7.
85 sulle, mitäs
6,
siellä
7.
kauan? Tää ykköseen. Sanoks toi matami meille, koska me saadaan aloittaa vai saadaanko me aloittaa jo? Okei. Lähelle.
Nousee ylisi. Saa näin hikistä alkuharja kiinni varuiksi.
Menee aika hyvin.
Älä. No jää sana.
Vänta. Bra linje. Bara fart. Bara fart. Ja, bara sitta. Ja.
Petri.
Jag var lite stressad där ju.
Jop.
Welcome back to the Jurors Centre in Perth
Lähellä.
for our afternoon coverage of this game between Kalle Kiskinen from Helsinki in Finland and Rasmus Rana from Stockholm in Sweden. The young against the old. I'm David Hay and I'm delighted to introduce my co-commentator this afternoon, Bent Ramsfell.
Thanks, David. Pleasure being here.
Former Olympic gold medalist, part of Paul Truson's team from Salt Lake City. Now go on to dizzier heights. Bent, you're the Vice President of the World Curling Association and doing a great job taking the sport forward year on year. It's great to have you here in Perth, especially with your son playing in the competition as well.
Yeah, that's the circles of the curling life, so to say.
Samma fart som förra Jocke, så är den där.
You reach an age where you're maybe not that competitive anymore. Then the next generation is coming afterwards. So hopefully I can contribute with some advices for the young bullets.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's great. Should be a good game today.
Yeah.
Kalle Kiskinen, very experienced player. Got Willie Mikkola playing third for him, and Timo Sala been to 7 World Championships each. Kalle skipped a couple himself, so it's going to be a good test. Young Rasmus Rana. Do you know much about him, Bent?
Well, actually, they've been around for quite a while. He was a runner-up in the Junior Worlds a couple of years ago, and that team actually qualified for the Junior Worlds last weekend. So they probably used this competition to build up for the Junior Worlds in Erzurum in beginning of March.
Yeah, that's great. Second player, first end. Finland have the hammer.
Actually, this
Sweden actually have the hammer, yep.
The Swedish team is a combination of two teams where some other players are overaged. So they joined forces instead of beating each other in the Swedish nationals.
That's never a bad idea. We used to do that with Dave Smith. As soon as we saw somebody that was coming along that was quite strong, we used to invite them to join our team. It fairly eliminates the opposition that way.
Yeah. There's probably some other players out there who's done the same.
Yeah. Good selection policy. We brought in Graham Connell and Warwick Smith for the very same reasons. They were getting too close to beating us, so we thought it would be a lot easier to play with them.
If you can't beat them, then join them.
Exactly. Nice shot. Nice freeze.
Yeah.
So from the World Curling's point of view, you must be very happy with the way things are going, and after the last Olympics in Sochi was a big success.
Absolutely, and you can see from the TV figures that curling is actually the third most viewed sport in the Olympics. So that is obviously also because you have the competition for almost the entire Olympic period.
Yep, I think it's if I'm correct in saying, I think it's the longest gold medal that you can win in any Olympic sport. It's about 33 hours of participation to win the gold medal.
Yeah. It's a long long time to stay in the bubble.
That's exactly right, yeah.
So here's an unfortunate shot from Finland. From Sweden. Granen. Overcurled and was a bit short.
Yeah, Rana's going to need the last stone here. He's in a bit of trouble at the first end. A lot of stones built around the centre line. Here's Willie Mikkola. Been playing for many years. He's played with Markku Paavoniemi.
It must be about 10 years or something since Willie was on the international scene, don't you think?
I think that's right, yeah. I remember one day, and Pete Smith and I went skiing with Willie and Big Uzi Paavoniemi in Grindelwald during a Europeans one day, which was pretty exciting. They were great company and very good skiers, obviously coming from the Scandinavian Nordic nations.
Well, I guess from your part of the world, everybody's good.
So when Willie's not curling, one of the reasons he gave up was he's running a family business back in Helsinki as a bus company, running a bus operation. He must have done a bit of delegation to be here this week. He's got some time and he's playing back, not necessarily as much as he was a few years ago, but he's certainly playing a lot more this year.
And that is one of the good things about curling. If you're a curler once, then you're basically for life, and it's not like bicycling directly, but you got it in your fingers, so to say.
Yep. Frederick Nyman trying the big run back. Doesn't get the best of breaks there, hasn't changed it very much.
Oh, that was a bad break.
On niin kierto täältä, mut
So this is Ville Mekele's second stone. Probably trying to give some cover to place a guard in front of the house to make it difficult for Vrana to get to the two shot rocks of Kiskinen.
The City of Perth Masters competition is sponsored by the Mercure Hotel Group. We're very fortunate to have them. This is the 40th running of the event. Been going for many years now. Still managing to attract some of the best teams in the world. And the facility here at Dewars in Perth provides very good ice and excellent curling stones. That's why the guys are willing to travel from all parts of the world to take part here. This week we have teams from Canada, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, Germany, Japan, Netherlands, 3 from Norway, Russia, Scotland, Sweden, Switzerland, and finally the USA, a true international field.
I think it was a great stone from Fredrik Nyman. He managed to do the run back and remove all the stones placed on the forefoot.
And the key thing is, Bent, he's managed to open up the forefoot for his skip, because before he was looking at very little daylight, whereas now he's got the game opened up.
You can see his shoulders are much lower now. But back to what you said about the Perth Masters, David, it's been, I've competed here several times myself, and it's always a pleasure to come here because everything is so very well organized, and the ice conditions are good, so and that's important for the teams to come to this competition, that they know it's top shape, everything.
Yeah, I think it's something we've always been pretty proud of, and I think it's run by curlers for the curlers, so the people who organise it understand what's the travelling players want and what's expected. And I think ice and stones are the #1 priority, and this facility is able to produce this. Paul Martin, the Iceman, is without question the best iceman in the country, and the best iceman in the world, I have to say. Finnish boys working that really well. Great shot by Kalle Kiskinen at the first end.
Super. So you can see Vrano is struggling all end, but he's got the advantage of the last stone still.
You're here with your son and your nephew this week, Bent. What's the biggest difference for these guys playing from junior level coming into this level?
Well, my team is here to gain experience, to learn, and actually they were provided with this opportunity by the Norwegian Curling Association, because they're one of the contenders for the spot in the Junior Worlds, and they said that if you can come into a World Cup event, we'll give you some additional funding. So, and luckily the organizer here accepted the application, so they're here, as I said, to know where the standard of the play is. Obviously in Norway you have Kim Ulsrud setting the standards, but they only play the nationals, so it's difficult to know where the level of play is without learning it the hard way, so to say.
Yeah. Well, that's great. It's great to have them here, and good to see the next generation coming through. In a fantastic shot there by Rasmus Rana, straight off the bat. We're seeing a high standard of game here at the first end.
Rasmus is one of the guys who loves to do the run back with high accuracy. So he's definitely a shot maker.
It's amazing how you see this they've been following into Team Nicholas Edin, two-time world champion, and Nicholas specialises in the run-back shot. And in your team, when you played with Paul Trueston, you were far more of a touch team and a drawing team, and Ulrud's the same. So when he followed you, it's what you see regularly in your home country and you're brought up with.
That is what the sport is about. I mean, it's the development of the game. Now these days the athletes are better. The ice conditions are better. The stones are better. So it's easier to play the game with a high accuracy. And when you are so experienced, like Edin, for instance, they know they will hit the stone.
Yeah.
And just to have that confidence, it's. We didn't have that in the old days.
Well, I think, joking apart, in the old days, if you made a 20-foot run back, you made contact, you were happy. The guys today, Kevin Cooey, Nicholas Edin, McEwen, Gushu, whoever else in the top level, they want to make the run back, they want to stick it, and then they roll behind the corner guards. And it's making the game so much more exciting to watch on television, and hopefully for everybody at home on the internet as well. And it's being made possible by the funding of curling now through the Olympic programme. The host nations, the member nations, are looking to get the best possible athletes out there, and the guys can afford to go full time in some countries now, and the standard has risen because of that.
And that is one key, obviously, to that there is more funding into the sport, which makes the athletes have the opportunity to be full-time curlers and to be more professional.
Yeah.
Like what we did, we had to come into a competition one weekend and leave work one day earlier, and then come back on Sunday and work and family obligations before the same happen again next weekend.
Okay, so Rasmus didn't quite manage to stick that one. Gives up one against the head. Good start for Kalle Kiskinen and the boys from Helsinki. Excellent end of curling, some really good come-around shots, some good run-backs. You can see this one again. Just curls a fraction too much.
But that was kind of fair that the result, the outcome of the game was a steal for Finland, because they were, Sweden was in trouble all then.
Yeah.
So, and they're, giving up one in the first end is not the end of the world. So they'll come back with a hammer in the second end, and they have a new opportunity to attack.
So the lead for Team Finland is Paavo Kuzminen.
Actually, I was in the same car as him from Edinburgh Airport last night, and he said that he was here in '97 for the Junior Worlds.
Okay. Well, he should know the conditions. I believe he was a fairly last-minute entry into the country. He just came in with literally minutes to spare before the first game, having been in the Oceanic Basin, I believe, for New Year.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fair bit warmer than it would have been in Helsinki.
I think, well, he told yesterday when he left Helsinki it was minus 28 degrees. So coming here it's like Mediterranean climate.
This is tropical at +3 outside today in Perth. Our coverage comes from the city of Perth on the east coast of Scotland, just north of Edinburgh. A nice winter's day outside, and an excellent day for curling inside. Well, Joachim won't be happy with that one. That was an error. He was trying to throw a corner guard up there. And the ice is very, very fast here, and it's just slipped into the rings, giving Finland a chance for a takeout shot here to lie to.
Actually, both stones have been too heavy in this end, and that the risk is that this will be a low score end, because you need some protection.
He's putting up the guard this time. He's ignoring that stone.
I'd say that's an offensive call.
Yeah, it is. He's certainly not what the old timers would have done. Bent would have taken a chance to lie to.
No, and he's got the shot block just behind the tee.
Yeah, I have to say that is a brave call, because if Sweden can see 3/4 of that stone come down, make a tap back. They'll be in a good position.
Yeah.
Good to see another young Swedish team coming through. Haven't seen much of Rasmus, but his father used to be a competitive player. Mats Rana coaches his son. Not here this week, but he coaches them back in Sweden.
Rasmus is also the brother of the Swedish, well, obviously Swedish junior skip, Isabel.
Yeah.
And actually that was a big surprise that they didn't qualify for the junior worlds. They were beaten in the final by Annette Norberg's daughter in
I
the
saw
Swedish
that.
national.
Yeah, yeah. Well, curling's certainly genetic, with Ramsfells following Ramsfells and Norbergs after Norbergs. It's coming down the family line. You see that a lot with here this week. We've got
Muirhead.
Muirheads and Smiths all playing. And and we've got one big family team here we saw in the last game, the Heights from Canada, with a father and 3 sons.
That's amazing.
Yep, good to see. There's no question of their parentage. Their 3 boys are very similar to the father.
Yeah. So it's a family affair. Then, if they don't succeed or if they're successful, it stays within the family.
Absolutely. Swedish boys is going to hang on. It's rolling across the edge of the 12-foot. Should just stay in.
It's a bit inaccurate, and, but still it's putting up an amount of pressure on Kiskinen.
Finnish curling on the up just now. They've got 3 teams here this week. All competitive, all playing well. Aki Kaust is the skipper of one of the other Finnish teams, and his sister Una Kaust did exceptionally well last month at the European Championships in Esbjerg in Denmark, winning the bronze medal for Finland. Fantastic achievement for them, a real boost to the sport.
Yeah, and it's in Finland they don't, well actually they don't have that many dedicated curling facilities, but we got a lot of ice rinks where they play curling on basically ice hockey ice. But they have, I believe it's 1 6-sheeter and one at the island of Öland, close to Sweden. So I know the Finnish teams, they go there to practice. It's either by boat or by plane to get there. Simply the long run.
Yeah, you've got to be keen to do that, but that's what it takes to, in these type of countries where they haven't got the same number of facilities to play in, to go the extra mile to get the facilities. Do they have any natural ice at all in Finland?
I'm not sure. They got lots of lakes, but and it's cold, so it's definitely ice there.
Because I certainly know in Canada, historically, there was still quite a lot of curling played in the prairies until recent years with natural ice. They couldn't play until the cold weather came to freeze the ice within the building. So Willie Mikkola's first shot, second end. Playing the tap back.
It's definitely Finland has got the pressure here.
Yeah, we talk about momentum in the game, Bent, and after 2 ends, there's no doubt who's controlling the game. The Swedish young boys are they're being bullied here just now.
But they still got the 4-foot open, so. But they're obviously looking for more than 1 point in this end.
See if Frederick can improve the situation.
And he is also the son of our curler who's been here
Yes,
several times. Hans.
very famous competitor from Sweden.
Yeah. I believe this tactics would have been too easy for him.
Yeah, there was nothing quite as technical as this with Hans.
Sure. It's a bit surprised by him playing the takeout now. The draws all in. He could have been the first one to hit the button, but obviously he's looking to well, reduce or eliminate Rasmus to only a single point.
Yeah, that's right. He's trying to force the one here, but I would agree with you, Bent. He started off very offensive early on then when he asked his lead to throw a guard up and he could have hit July 2. And now he does the exact opposite with Willie Mikla.
Yeah.
Finland lying well, but Swedes trying to open up the front and potentially drive the yellow back at the same time.
These young guns, they really can throw the rocks hard, so
Like that.
yeah.
Second end in a row that they've opened up the front well, give themselves a chance. What we call the bailout when you're playing pool, you re-rack and start again. That's what they've done this end. They've opened it all up and a fairly good chance to score here. Kiskinen played 2 fantastic draws at the first end. Let's see if he can repeat it here with his first shot at the second end.
But that's an advantage, obviously, for Kiskin to play those draws. And Rasmus, he's so far he's only thrown takeouts, so it gives Colin a chance to know the ice exactly when it comes to weight.
Cali's strength, would you say, was the drawing game?
Actually, he used to be second or third, I believe. So that's the position. Well, as a third, you're not the artist, so to say. You should both play the draws and the takeouts. But as second, it's more like you're a hitter. And this is behind the T line. It's just gives Rasmus a sweet stone to draw towards. So this could be a break for Sweden.
Big break here for Sweden. A great opportunity to get in behind the yellow stone here with a bit of backing. If he happens to be too heavy, put some pressure on Cali's last one. Curling's one of these sports where you have to play with the same 4 guys for a few years to get into the swing of it. And you can curl in a club team for 2 hours on a Wednesday night. That's when you start travelling and living together and winning or losing together. You find out how tightly bonded a team you are. Good shot coming in here, Ben. If he sweeps this down,
Should
good finish.
curl a bit more, maybe, but you could probably see half of it. But still, it's.
Yeah, you might just see half of it, not much more than that. Yeah, we can see it in the camera. Probably quarter. With the red one behind for backing, it's a very good shot.
True. So would you play the freeze or would you play the tap back here, David?
I think personally I'd be going for the freeze because the tap back's not easy. You're only seeing about a quarter of that stone.
Yeah.
You can make a corner freeze on this. If you get lucky, you lie first shot, and if you get unlucky, you can make it very difficult for them to score 2. Curling a team sport with 4 players throwing 2 stones each in rotation. But it's a team sport because the supers have a lot of responsibility here. They do not want to go up and bump off this yellow stone and roll into the open.
I mean, you could do either way. It seems like he's playing almost a peel here just to tick it out. The danger, either you might overcurl and hit the guard, or you might just pass it without making contact.
Cali Kiskinen, 40-year-old school principal from Helsinki. Has he got it? No.
So
That was the risk he was taking there, Ben. That wasn't an easy shot.
no, it gives again. It's I mean, they've been forcing Sweden the entire game, and now the momentum changes basically.
Exactly. We saw that in this morning's game when Brad Hite was playing. The game was just ebbing and flowing back and forward between the Canadians and the Finnish boys, Tommi Rantamäki, which eventually Rantamäki ran out 6-4 winners.
Rantamäki was the coach in the Europeans for the men's team, I believe.
Yeah, he was. He's actually the national coach and was looking after the girls' team as well. So he had a good week.
Yeah. It's good to know that it's possible for coaches to make a comeback too. It's a
Good
huge
shot.
miss.
Missed it. Too heavy. Only one. Big opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Draw to the 8 foot. You'd hope to make that one.
I would say, Rasmus played the stone just before, and it should be a routine shot to make that draw. And you have to trust the sweepers. I mean, the sweepers can move the stone by maybe meters, 3-4 meters. So
Yeah, he'll be disappointed with that. That was a big error.
yeah, but it keeps the game open.
Keeps the open. When the principles are bent, you're trying to score 2 when you have the last stone of the end and force 1 when you don't have the last stone. If you can work that, you can use the control most games.
Oh yeah, I mean when you look at the scoreboard, then that's a perfect way to play the game. I remember playing the Worlds back in 2000 in Glasgow, Braehead. It was a Canadian team, Macaulay. That was his specialty.
Yeah.
He took 2, gave away 1, took 2. So he was. Nowadays you see the skips aiming for the big houses to a larger extent.
Yeah, they do. Then that's probably. Was I right in saying Macaulay never lost a 2, or did he not lose a 1 against the head the whole week? It was some fantastic statistics that he had.
Oh yeah,
to play the game.
And they won in the end too.
They won the championship. Yep. Craig Macaulay, Brent Pierce,
True.
Jody Sivrit,
And
and Brian Mickey.
yeah.
There you go. That's not bad for a memory.
Ooh,
15
yeah.
years down the road.
Actually, Brian Smeaky, he's the national coach, or the team coach of Japan. He was in last year for the ladies, I believe.
Yeah. Or was it his father, Fuji Mickey, perhaps, who was the coach? Was it Brian doing the girls?
This seems like it's your home turf, David, so I trust you.
It's your competition, Ben. You're on the World Championship. You should know these things. Okay, so not an ideal build-up for Sweden. The first guard was way too long. Doesn't really come into play. Paavo Kuusmanen, second shot. Good chance to come round and freeze onto this.
And he played a corner guard on his first shot, which means that he shows to Rasmus that I want to have it 2 points this time.
Yeah, Cali skipping a good game, entertaining game for the fans as well. Going to get stones in play. Just a little firm there.
Yeah.
The lead in the game of curling went with the new rules of the 4 rock and the 5 rock rules wherever you're playing. The lead is absolutely key to setting up the ends. We see so often now, for example, here Sweden got the long guard with the first one. Gives Finland a free corner guard. Unless you can get the end set up, you're chasing it for the whole end.
Yeah. I mean, with the 8-10 games and the 4 rock rule, having the hammer in the first end, it's a penalty kick in football, so to say.
Yeah.
Here, Sweden was unfortunate that stone had a pick and hit a tiny hair or something on the ice and lost track. So again, Sweden is struggling.
Yeah, bit of a bad break there. Where do you see the rules going forward, Ben? The 4 rock rule is working well. Do you ever see the 5 rock rule coming into the Worlds, or the A10 game coming to Worlds and Olympics? Is that a possibility?
That is a possibility. Last year, the WCF has an athlete commission based on IOC requirements. Most sports should have one. And that commissions conducted a survey among athletes and coaches, and well, the feedback from the men's and the women's world championship was that right now 10 games is the caliber championship format, but if by some reason if it's desired to reduce the length of the game by time and go to 8 ends, that may be the proper time to introduce the 5 rock rule. But there has also at the same time has to be made some major investigations and tests how this works.
Well, certainly the 4 rock rules change the game dramatically, and it's way more entertaining to play and to watch. Well, Sweden just rubbing the guard by a fraction there.
It was a bit fortunate though that he kept his number 2 stone in play.
Yep, Wall had a tough end there. One pickup and one rubbing of the guards put him in a little bit of bother.
Still looks very finished, this house, to me.
Yep, no question about that. The Flying Finns are dictating the game in the first 3 ends.
Teemu Salo used to be basically been a lead his entire career, but now he's stepping up. So but he's playing a draw, which is the key shot of every lead. The curls is a bit short.
Commentary has been brought to you this afternoon by the Leeds Union. Your 2 former Leeds here, so we'll be biased towards every lead in the game. We think they are the key people in every team, aren't they, Ben?
That is the most important player in the team. No opposition in this room, I say.
It's an honour for the skip to play with the Leeds. Well, for the 3rd end in a row, Fredrik Nyman facing a wall of red stones. And we talked early on in the end about the first shot of the end from Sweden, the guard, which came up way too short, and it's certainly hurting them now.
Here comes another run back. Aiming for the hole.
Coming through the hole to run the red onto the red. Very good shot.
Excellent.
Fredrik was hoping for an easy game this afternoon. He's picked the wrong game to play, and he's had some tough shots to make right from the start. Playing well.
Yeah. But like you said, in this competition there's only good teams, so they have to fight really hard to win every game.
Yep.
Anyway you play.
Sometimes you go to an event and you try to pick your way through the draw. This team should be easy, this game should be easy. In this type of event, you may as well just turn up, prepare to play and play well.
And it's like the winner on Sunday. The final is probably the team with who's in the flow, so to say.
Yeah.
Just having that week. Excellent shot by William Mäkelä, hits the hole, and all of a sudden Finland is lying 3. Doesn't look too happy, but that's his face.
That's Willie. Every time Sweden sort of get back into the end with a shot of some sort, Finland counteract it straight away with another pressure shot.
And this time they're controlling the front of the house, the 8 foot, and they're not behind the tee line like they've been in the previous ends.
Yeah. We often talk about the control shot. I'm involved with coaching Eve Muirhead's team, and this is the control shot, the yellow one, top of the 8 foot. And the reason for that is it's the one you can do something with. Everything else is behind that.
This plane is pretty heavy.
Fredrik's coming down with bigger weight than I was expecting.
He needs to hit the hole.
Trying to raise it on.
Oh,
That's a break. That's definitely a break.
was not what he was aiming for, but he was a bit fortunate. That's curling too.
That's curling. Just got to take it on the chin, re-rack and start again. Callie won't be too concerned. He can make a play in this shot to lie 3 again.
It's basically the same shot that he threw the last time, so it's his path.
You'll have played against Willie many times when he was playing with Big Uzi,
More weight this time.
Marco. Through the hole, but will he lie? Yep, it's on the nose.
Actually, that should have been swept. They have the roll behind cover.
I think Callie is indicating that. He said, sorry Willie, should be on that a bit quicker.
Roll, which is the sweeping.
Okay.
finish.
Another big thing looking across all the sheets of ice here just now, Bent, is the average age is definitely getting younger in curling, I would say. There's the guys in their 30s are the older players here this week.
And I mean, what you're saying is that a couple of years ago, actually, it was the teams, I mean, being between 35 and 40 was the most experienced and won the competitions. And I totally agree. It's the teams are younger and they come out of juniors and they're all of a sudden they're competitive at once.
Yeah.
Especially from Switzerland, they get only young teams coming out
Absolutely, yeah.
every year.
Swiss curling in great shape just now. A lot of good men's teams, and the ladies' teams are quite incredible. They've been dominating the World Championships the last few years. Yeah, Rasmus a little bit wide with that one.
But still, he's got something to work on the right side of the house, left from where we see it from the camera now. But
He's got one shot left. It's going to have to be a good one because Finland have the last stone here, lying 2 with 2 finished stones to come.
Brane, he won a junior competition in Karlstad in the beginning of November. Beat my son's team at that competition.
Okay.
And that was a good game and came down to the last shot. But the year before, they played in the semi-final. And Rasmus, he made an incredible tick from the outside onto the shot rock on the bottom.
Wow. He'll definitely start as one of the medal favourites, I would think, for some colour medal at the World Juniors this year. Got the experience. And
Oh yeah, and it's very, very tough to be in the juniors now because there's only 6 guaranteed spots based on results from previous year, and then the host. So there are 3 teams who plays a qualification, and that actually happens this weekend
okay.
in Finland,
Okay.
in Lokka.
So we have 6 teams automatically from previous year. 3 qualify through the trials and the host nation. Is that the way it works?
Exactly.
Okay. And they'll play a round robin, and then they'll go to a semi-final and final after the round robin.
Yeah.
So we've gone back from the page playoff system, Bent, to the straightforward semi and final.
In the Europeans and well the zone qualifiers.
Okay.
In the men's and the women's world championship, it's still pitch playoff system.
Okay.
And I believe actually it is in on the junior side too. And that is
I wasn't aware of that.
the page playoff system has been in place for the last 12 years or so, and the reason is to provide the winner, well, the 2 best teams in the round robin, an advantage when it comes to the playoff. But it's hard to understand for the non-educated
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah. Well, that was a fantastic shot we just saw there from
Oh yeah.
Rasmus Rana. There's no question he can play the high hard ones, and I keep thinking back to looking at these guys like the hack. There's a straight comparison with Oscar and Nicholas Edin, the way they play the game and the way they can play that high hard one. I think that's the biggest difference now in the competitive curling. All the top teams, the players, can play these run back shots so accurately.
And he played that many times in Karlstad, this junior competition, I can tell you. So that's, I guess that's his favorite shot.
Yeah. So, big change round. All of a sudden, Cali's making a draw against 2 here.
And not an easy one either. So
Not at all.
needs to hit the port.
His weight looks good.
Yeah, looks good.
Through the port. Oh, is he going to be able to tap it up?
Paina, paina.
Okay, good shot.
Yeah.
Good shot. Some transformation though with Rana's thin double. Touches the guard there, drops 3, comes through and forces 1. Great result for the Swedish boys. They'll be happy with that end.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a game changer. Well, Finland had to make a pressure shot. Now Sweden has the advantage of the hammer again. Last one.
Good game, 2-1. Kalle Kiskinen and his team from Helsinki in Finland lead the boys from Stockholm.
Ja, okej. Ta med er kvasten, vinkel.
Team Kiskinen off to a strong start. Team average of 78% for the first 3 ends. Against Rana's boys at 63.
And that is mainly due to the front end. He's been struggling. Rana has been chasing all 3 ends so far.
Paavo and Timo setting Finland up very well. Good draw shot, top of the forefoot, and Rasmus will go for the corner guard.
So this is a different opening than the second end we saw, where you had a center guard and then a corner guard. Finland obviously wants to keep Sweden away from scoring more than 1 and maybe even have a steal.
Yeah.
Ja, kom igen. Ja, järnet. Bra. Var det
We'll see
bättre
the
släpp
center guard
det?
now,
Ja, bättre.
I guess.
Yep. Curling in Norway, Bent, how would you say the strength and depth is just now, in the juniors in particular? Is there many junior teams competing against your son?
Actually, there are, for the recent years, it's been 3-4 teams. Chasing it and challenging each other, and that's really good to have competition to earn the right to represent your country. So, and in total, in Norway, we had over the last 8 years or so, we had a tremendous development in the number of curling sheets and dedicated curling ice facilities. So, and ice rinks is a key success factor to have more curlers.
Yeah.
So, I believe the numbers has almost doubled over the last 5 years, number of curlers in Norway.
Well, that's excellent, because you hosted an excellent European Championships in Stavanger 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Superb facility.
Oh yeah.
Not often you can put 2 curling rinks back to back inside the centre of one ice rink. It was an amazing long track speed skating arena.
Yeah. And the organizers, they are eager to host more in the future.
Well, I for one would put my hand up to vote for the location and the facilities and the the volunteers. It was a superb event.
I believe the only issue last time was the prices was assessed pretty high in Norway, but with our currency has lowered compared to pounds and euros and dollars, so it's you get more for your money in Norway now these days.
More bang for your buck, as they say. Well, we're very much an oil-based economy in Norway. You've had the cream when the oil prices were high, and oil prices are currently in the doldrums, so it's not surprising that things have come back a bit.
Oh yeah, so it's been, I mean, in that part of the Norway especially, which is the gas and oil industry capital, there's been some tough months, well, the last year, so...
Your sporting facilities in Norway in general are absolutely first class, excellent, and there's lots of them, especially winter sporting facilities. But I also remember when we practiced with the girls in the curling club in Stavanger itself. It was a relatively new facility and excellent.
That's probably the club in Norway with the best ice, and they had said that their ambition is to have the best ice in Norway.
Yeah, it's certainly working.
Oh yeah.
So an interesting build-up again. The Kiskinen team have a couple of reds in there with a guard in front. Sweden done pretty well drawing alongside it.
It's been a good end so far.
Timo Salo.
This is kind of a patience competition. You play the draws to freeze, and who makes the first move throws a bullet.
That's right, throws a bullet and hopes that they all run their direction.
Oh yeah. This looks a bit heavy.
A little high just now.
But he's still got the shot block, and he's got better angles now actually.
So for those of you at home who are not regular curlers, this is a game of patience, and you can see Rana is not tempted to hit. He might bump that across or just roll in, but he's going to probably play a draw shot here. There's no angles set up so far to give him any advantage by hitting. So he'll just draw down on top of this. Second player, Jordan Wallen.
There's been shots stolen so far in the game, so hopefully this end could be his turning point. That Stones really moves sideways now.
Once it comes inside the 4 foot line, and if it's lightweight at all, it just pulls. Catch the guard. Well, I think Fredrik Nyman's going to have another end of run backs here to try and open it up for them.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Mikla looks like he's going through the pain barrier coming out there, but I think it's just concentration.
Looks very concerned.
Just trying to throw another guard or blocking stone out in front here just now, but just a little heavy. We'd like to have stopped before the Guer sign.
Oh yeah.
This Curling Champions Tour event, the Perth Masters, Mercure Perth Masters, is brought to you in association with the Guer Switzerland and the Royal Caledonian Curling Club. And the Try Curling Initiative, which is working exceptionally well. So once again, for the fourth end in a row, Fredrik Nyman facing a wall of red stones here. And no real easy run back.
But he's used to this kind of view, you might say. But this time it looks a bit well tougher, because then the angles are on the Finnish sides actually. So Sweden's not able to move more than the guards probably.
Yep.
Only one.
Wasn't much else he could do there.
No. But if you see the stone lying to the left there, the corner there, that could be something that Rasmus is likely to play on this last stone. Wait and see.
Yep. As we were saying yesterday in commentary, it's the commonly known now as the John Epping. After his 2 phenomenal in-turn angle shots at the last Grand Slam of curling in Yorkton, where he won.
It's good to have a shot named after you, isn't it? Do you have a hay shot?
I like to say it was to draw the button against 4, but that'd be lying.
So it's not an oh no shot.
Oliko Ville kutonen?
Yeah. Hopefully not.
Kutonen ja vitonen.
But it's good to see this kind of curling. It's offensive, it's amusing for the audience.
It's the way the game should be played. It's entertaining. They're playing as a time clock, so they can't take too long. They get 32 minutes to play their 8 ends. It's 32 minutes of thinking time, so when your opponent's stone comes to rest, your clock starts until you have your own team stone back in motion again.
Both teams have more than enough time on their clocks. So,
Valke!
but they might need it if at the end if there's some awkward situations there.
That's right. Kelly trying to put another walking stone out front.
He helped him a bit, but he was aiming to get behind that guard.
Didn't want to touch it on the way past.
Sätter den där ner så.
So Bent, we mentioned earlier that you played for many years with Paul Schulzen. Do you guys ever curl now these days? Are you playing at all?
Actually, I play every now and then as substitute on in the league games back home on my son's team. Fleming, former second, is also well in the shape to play curling. The 2 other guys are too old, too bad knees. So actually we have this kind of fun Christmas competition in Norway on the 4th day of Christmas. And this time, Paul and Lars, they were spectators.
Okay.
So there's one guy took a picture and put it on Facebook and said these 2 guys didn't qualify this year. It's a shame.
Yeah, didn't qualify physically even.
Yeah.
So here we go. Fredrik's second stone. Trying to move things around. He's trying to tap the opposition red stone onto the yellow and get some better angles for himself.
It's a great shot.
Nice angle, well played. He's got 2 sides now. He's got the double on the reds, or he can play the tap up on the yellow. So for a skip, that's the perfect scenario. As long as you can hit both hands available for play.
Oh yeah. So actually, it seems like Finland has to deal with us. Well, play his own stone down to the 2 yellow to reduce the risk here, because the risk is to give up possibly 3.
Yep. Or is he better coming the in-turn side and let Rasmus play the tap up to only lie 1? If Kelly blocks the in-turn with his first stone, Rasmus taps, only lies 1. So if Rasmus taps the red on the left and it's his turn to play, he can put the yellow into the bottom to lie 1. I don't think Kelly can leave the in-turn side open, because if he gets a chance of a double, he could lie 2 or 3.
In this situation, the best shot is probably the second shot.
Yeah.
The best guard, probably the best shot.
A T-high guard.
Yeah.
Riskejä vähän kuitenkin minimoidaan.
Joo. Käy mulle kyllä. Millä tuu se reippaa sinne vai?
Normaali!
But he's playing. Seems like he's eliminating the, trying to eliminate the best Swedish stone here.
Taking the tap. Going to hit this red back onto the yellows. Control the weight. Team working hard to keep it straight. Oh, and he does, but well, if there's a double now, it's got slightly easier because the other yellow stones have moved out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Might just be enough room there, Bent, to get past and in turn.
I think so, but he has to be very close to the front rock there.
He's passes the guard, but absolutely nothing. Watch that.
Nothing
Oof.
there.
He won't be happy. It just checked in behind the guard for me, rather that sat out.
It's a nice gymnastic leap from Teemu Salo. This proves that, I mean, the situation might change easily. Finland was a bit inaccurate with their one of the third stones, and all of a sudden, Sweden is capable of scoring 2 points.
Yeah, the Swedish third and Skip to date have played very well in this game. See if Rasmussen keep that standard up. To draw a bit here.
It's too wide.
Just a little wide.
He played the control weight, and seems like he's more accurate with when he's firing the
Bigger
pistol.
weight, yep. Also just misjudged it a little bit. They swept it early on and was back on them, didn't draw enough at the end. Finland very aware that the raised takeout or the run back game is Rasmus Rana's favourite shot. He's got a couple of yellows in a good position here.
Oh yeah.
Have to be pretty careful what they do. What's your call, Bent? What do you fancy here?
I think the obvious one is to cover the guard to the left, because that's the easy run back. He's got a port here on the one lying on the center line, but he still has the stone, the corner guard on the side, and that's for 3 points, possibly.
Yeah.
So if Vrana wants to have the big score, he will play that. In the end, but we'll see. Seems like he's trying to play a center guard.
I guess in an ideal world, he can halfway between both these red stones to prevent the run back. That's pretty tricky.
Based on that ice that was put up and the aiming point, it could seem that it was a bit too little ice.
Certainly something to keep it straight.
Just plays it hard.
Plenty of weight.
Ooh.
Well, if that was the call, it's certainly a very good shot, but I'm not just too sure he was going for that.
It seems like Kiskin is aware of the takeout ability of Vrana, but still he opened up, made a port for Sweden to go through.
He's got an out-turn tap here. I think he has. Just comes through, if he gets through the hole, catches that yellow one on the nose or just left of centre, should score 2 points.
And those two stones are lying exactly on the same, besides each other, which means that he might even hit the top rock even if he rubs one of the guards.
Yeah, yep. Here we go. Last stone of the fourth end. Rasmus Rana.
Negative release.
It's a little
It's
wide.
wide.
He's wide just
It's
now.
wide.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Okay. One away. Steal of one to Finland. Just looked like he squared it back a fraction and let it go, and he really released the stone.
you can see it here move.
It's moving. It's actually moving back across the line almost on a swinging hand. It's
Yep.
almost the far hog line before it starts to draw. Another good end by Finland though. They had a lot of good draw shots in there.
It wasn't interesting, and I mean both teams had their chances.
So at the halfway stage, Finland, Team Kiskinen, lead Team Rana from Sweden, 3 shots to 1. It's showing in the scoreboard as well. Look at the statistics, and the Finnish boys are averaging 80% against 65% for the Swedish boys. I have to say that's the way it feels watching the game as well, Bent. There's been pretty much domination by the Finns all the way through.
I mean, it's obviously Rana's been struggling. Finland's made few mistakes. And Sweden has had trouble from the start of every game, so to say.
Yeah, the first 3 players in the Finnish team are averaging about 85%. And if your lead second and third average 85%, you're never in too much trouble.
True. And then Skip comes and ruins the whole thing.
And claims he's the good player on the team.
Oh yeah. Sounds familiar.
So let's see if the Swedish front end can pick up the pace in the second half of the game. This is a B road, so all 32 teams start off on Thursday afternoon in the A road. The winners stay in the A road, the losers drop to the B. When you're in B, the loser of this game will drop to the C event. And the C event is not a great place to be early in the weekend because you're one game from elimination.
These teams, they have one extra life, so to say.
Yeah.
So, I mean, one team has to lose, but still are in the competition. If you drop to the sea, you're out when you lose.
You're in death row.
Oh yeah.
Tosi lähellä.
Here Finland draws in their second shot because they want to be in control of the game and play predictable.
They're going to keep the game pretty simple from now on. They've got the 2-shot advantage.
Here Sweden tries to play a come around and freeze on the shot rock. Looks pretty good.
Timo Salo trying to follow it down with a out-turn freeze. A similar start to the previous end, with a lot of stones coming in play.
This one over curls big time.
A bit lighter weight as well.
Oh. It's an unusual miss.
So when you throw the stone as light as that, you Skip asked him for T-high weight, and he throws it 7 feet short, swept all the way, which probably means in real terms he was 4 or 5 meters short of weight, which is a lot.
Yep.
And that's why it draws so much.
That's probably where the age component is coming into play. Starting to get tired.
Yep, Finnish team all in their 40s, and the Swedish juniors in the early 20s.
So Sweden decided to remove the 2 finished stones on top of the house, and that's to be more in control of the situation, even though it meant that they opened up for their own shot rock.
Yep, good call. Good call to open it up. The key thing here in this game is that Rana cannot afford to lose any shots here at all. So he has to try and get game control back, scoring a 2, force the 1, score a 2. That'll be his game plan. Kiskinen can afford to take a couple of chances, but that certainly was not Team Lasalo's best effort.
It's the first time we've seen a really bad break from Kiskin.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden, Vrano is looking to lie free after half of the end is played.
Yeah, with a couple of corner guards in play as well. Bentley's got it. He's come right back into this end. Curling's like that, isn't it? One slack shot from the best player on the ice so far today. Team Lasalo had the highest percentages. And there's one bad shot and he can change the whole game, but the Swedish boys have missed the opportunity. I think this looks a bit light.
It is. Jordan Wallin is made a nice double on his last one, but this was far too light.
Yep. Talked earlier on about the difference from playing the junior game to the men's game, and I think one of the differences we used to find was it was the lack of opportunities you get in the men's. You only get 3 or 4 chances in the game. You've got to score on these chances. In the juniors, you get 6 or 7 chances to score.
Yep.
And the higher up the standard of curling you go, the less chances you get.
You have to take your chances.
Nice shot.
Beauty. Ville has been something for the public transport sector. That is, it's really been missed in curling after playing like this.
Yep. The bus is maybe running late in Helsinki, but Willie's helping his country out here.
They started the weekend routes early this weekend.
He's been a great player over the years, played very, very well. And he's a guy that actually developed the high hard takeout. It wasn't a shot he was comfortable with in the early days, but he got better and better as the years went on.
That was actually Finnish speciality back in the days when Mike was starting, and he also had that 8-second takeout shot that nobody had at that time.
That's right.
And played it with high accuracy as well.
He basically went airborne halfway down the ice. It was just floating down.
Oh yeah. And usually they spent a minute or 2 before throwing the stones, and nobody understand what they were talking about. But he made it basically every time. Still, Finland is more in control now again. They have the shot clock, and if Mekele is able to make this freeze, that will eliminate Vrano, possibly to only a single.
Tight line, he's way inside the line.
Tight and light.
Yep, the game's ebbing and flowing back and forward between 2 teams. Nobody wants to take control of this end. Rasmus has one more chance at this one.
Yeah.
Once again, Fredrik Nyman taking on a high degree of difficulty shot.
Fredrik has had a good game so far.
He's played well. With some tough shots to play as well.
Oh yeah. He's been a skip of the Swedish junior team in the World Championship the last 2 years.
Okay. Well, it shows through. He's playing a solid game so far. Trying to stay in front of this red, is he?
A bit heavy.
He was, but he's given up and moved to the side.
Yeah. Oops, what I said, he missed on the wrong side.
He did. He did. Kiskinen try and make a takeout here and move out to the left-hand side of it, so he doesn't set up a double.
And you can see by the way they're playing that they are very concerned about the takeout abilities of Vrana.
Ja, det är bra första ställ. Det är lite så
See
här,
what he can do here.
man
Wants to
såg
stay in the
ju
rings, but he wants to move out to the left. If it hits up the nose, it will give
bra linjer liksom.
Rana a good chance to make a double and possibly even roll behind the corner guards.
Joo.
Still, he cannot roll too far either because he has to stick as shot on number 2
Yeah.
stone. That's where the sweeping comes into play. If you can communicate on both speed and the direction.
Yeah, it's vital that the sweepers can tell the third player or the vice skip in the house what speed the stone's coming down at.
So it's close to miss, isn't it?
Oh my
It is a
goodness.
miss.
Yep. Pavo not hiding his feelings there, a bit disappointed with that one. That was just sometimes when you think about too many options, too many different things, that you can get tied up in it. You've got to make the shot first.
It's probably gets too complicated.
Yeah.
Ja, ja. Ja, alltså, ja, det här är ju bäst egentligen. Men
Noin hiljaa niin.
klippa hem.
So it was like one stone ago it was like Sweden were struggling to have more than 1 point. Now they're in a sweet position to have 3, and that's it really is a game changer.
Well, earlier in the end, Sweden had a draw to lie 3, came up short. Finland froze, and then Finland came up short. So it's been going back and forward here. This is a huge chance. Rasmus Rana's first shot. Defend.
But it seems like it's really moving at that spot on the ice.
Very lightweight as well.
This only curls again,
Is he catching the yellow? Oh no, he's made it past it. Only just.
rolling out.
Lies 2.
Bra så.
Yeah, we're disappointed with that. I think that was just a little underthrown, a little bit light.
Yeah.
Wasn't much more than a heavy draw weight. And again, in that situation, if he just makes the hit to lie 3, put the pressure on another team, ask the question, who knows?
Ja, det var nästan så du tänkte på matchen här. Nej.
It was in a game in the previous draw where Kevin Cui from Canada played Marcus Højberg from Norway, and Cui was had the last shot for a possible 8-ender, which is really rare in especially in the international curling. And that stone was a bit heavy, so we had to stick with 6 or something.
I think if you saw that actually, I think he actually got a 7 at the end of the day, but it was a relatively good chance for an 8. It's very seldom you ever see that.
It's probably ruined Cui's night's sleep.
Give Marcus his due, he didn't take the easy option and try to hit anything. His very last shot, he tried to play an angled tap up
He did.
into the house to make the steal.
Yeah.
Okay, Callie will be disappointed with that, giving Rasmus a free draw for the 2. Tie the game up. Just got to bite the white. 8-foot circle to score 2.
This is a routine draw, and he also has a backing, I believe. In case he's too long.
It's a routine shot for a lead. Okay, let's not get carried away here. We actually saw Rasmus in the early ends miss a shot. These guys didn't sweep it at all. The draw for the 2 early on and slipped too far, but it's pretty good this time.
Now they're sweeping to keep it straight.
A bit canny.
So
Okay, he's got away with it, but
Skips needs backing.
he needs backing. Yep. He used the backing; it was there. It's better than coming up short. So well played. Good 2 back for Sweden. Right back in the game. However, Kalle Kiskinen and his guys from Helsinki hold the key shot, the last shot at the 6th end. So if they score in 6 and can force Sweden to score in 7, it will give them the last shot coming home, or game control.
Still, it's looks Finnish from up here, but again, this and where Sweden scored 2, it might give them some confidence.
Exactly.
And generate some insecurity among the Swedes, the Finnish team.
Today's coverage of the Curling Champions Tour Mercure Perth Masters is brought to you by Le Brier Switzerland in association with the Royal Caledonian Curling Club and the Tri Curling. We're also indebted to our main event sponsors, Mercure Hotels, who, along with the City of Perth Council and Perth Honda, sponsor this event and make it the event that it is. The players here this weekend are playing for £18,500 prize money and £6,500 first prize.
That's better than it was in the good old days, isn't it, David?
Ben, you were happy to make that in a year, never mind the tournament.
That's great. That's also something, of course, the athletes and the teams are looking for is what you can get out of it in monetary sizes.
Yeah, the sport's in an interesting position just now. We have some countries who have teams who are full-time athletes and curling is their job or their livelihood. And we have other countries who are just in the transitional period, not quite able to make the full-time athlete available yet, but to be quite honest, it's going to be extremely tough to medal at the Olympics unless you have athletes who are full-time.
True.
Joachim just not quite getting his line and weight on that shot there. A little bit tight.
And his first guard was wide.
We talked so often in the commentary about the setup and the precision of the lead's first 2 stones, and if you get them set up properly, it just makes such a difference dictating the tactics during the end.
That is because of our rules to the free guard zone. We are not. It's not possible to hit out a guard, take that out of play for the two first, for the lead stones.
Yep, for the first 4 stones of the end, so they can't remove the stones lying between the red line, or the hog line as it's called, and anywhere near the house. Probably the best rule change ever made in the game.
Oh yeah. I had a chat with the former WCF president Roy Sinclair earlier today, and we talked about that actually, because that was part of the trials back in the 80s. Yeah. And that was also at the time where it was not yet decided. Well, curling was not on the Olympic program yet, so but this has made curling definitely more interesting to watch for all audience, not only for curlers.
Yeah, I remember back the first time we tried it with a competition in Moncton, in Eastern Canada, the Moncton 100.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play in that one?
No, but I believe my brother played it.
Actually, he did, that's right, yep. And it was revolutionised the game. Ross Howard from Canada was one of the main instigators from the playing side to come up with the suggestion, and it worked incredibly well. And the players, pretty much to a man, after the first game said, this is definitely the way ahead for our sport. What it meant was you could no longer bring along just your buddy to play lead and your best friend to play second, have a good skip in third and still win. You had to have a complete team. And we see so often today the top teams around the world In a lot of cases, it wouldn't really matter which order you played your team lineup in, they would probably still be the top teams in the world. Because all 4 players are very high caliber.
And that's the beauty of the sport and the way it's developed, that it's ultimate team sport. Because
Absolutely.
if one of the players miss, I mean, you win or you lose as a team, but still it's like giving the advantage to the other team. So
Seinä!
Curling very similar to golf in that fact a lot of mind play comes into it. Momentum swings.
10-3.
Guy outdrives you by 30 metres in the fairway, but misses his chip onto the green.
yeah,
You know the feeling, Ben?
being on the green or the fairway. No, the feeling would be being in the
Remember,
woods.
the fairway is that short grass, that's the bit in the middle, okay?
Probably the safest spot on the golf course when I'm playing.
The crowd should stand in the middle.
Exactly. Here Sweden had an opportunity to make a come around the center guard. The front stone was a bit too heavy, but still putting a bit of pressure on Finland.
It's just makes such a difference psychologically if the opponent puts his draw behind the tee line. It means you've got backing, you've got safety, you can use it as a rest.
Takapunainen!
But still, it was an interesting call from Vrano, because he kind of makes a statement that I want to steal in this end.
Just kiinni.
It's a good
Good
draw.
shot by Willie. Yep, very good shot. But they're getting closer to the centre all the time, and Fredrik Nyman, third player for Team Rana, has a chance here to put a good freeze in.
And if he makes this shot, then it's impossible not to be the shot rock, because it's building up on the bottom.
Going
So
to have
to
to
say.
sweep it hard though, Ben. It's got a long way to go.
Oh, yeah. It's a bit short, but still it's something they can use. It's better to be short than long in that situation.
Yeah. The biggest mistake there is to come up heavy and bounce off it and go behind the tee and give more of a rest.
Oh yeah. Because Finland they have to deal with the stone. They cannot ignore it. They have to tap it or.
Got to make a play in it.
Yeah.
Metri yli!
Team Masala on it straight away.
Metri yli!
Trying to keep it
Hei, hei,
straight.
hei, 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 hei.
You can see by the way the sweepers are working that if they want to make it go straight, the one sweeping on the side of towards the rotation sweeps, and if you want it to curl more, the one on the other side sweeps. Something which happened this year, you might say, David.
Do you know a bit about that, Ben? It's been a bit of a controversy this year in the game. There's been some new technology or new brush heads developed which can basically alter the line of the stone, which is not the principle of the game of curling.
But that's one part of it. But the other thing is that the equipment being used here is something which has been complied with the moratorium of the WCF for what kind of standards the brush heads can have. But still, it's also a matter of how the athletes develop the team are innovative by finding out different ways to affect the line of the stone by using methods which are in alignment with the rules.
Absolutely. See here the Swedish guys are using one synthetic brush and one horsehair brush.
That's typical these days.
Yep. The hairbrush used to sweep on the high side of the stone or the top side of the rotation to try and encourage more draw. And the synthetic brush used on the lower side or the bottom side of the stone to hold it straighter. So brushing and curling does two things. You can alter the direction of the running path, and you can also keep the stone running at the same momentum for longer. What would you say, Bent? 3 to 4 meters more distance with good sweepers?
Well, in my days we said 4 meters, so I think
5 now then.
5.
Yeah, I think that's about right. A little bit depends on the type of stones and the ice conditions as well, the type of surface you have, but there's no question good sweepers can take the stone a long way. Kalle Kiskanen's first shot. 6th end.
Finland is lying shot rock. He's trying to score more than only one.
Trying to get the inside edge of the yellow to chip the yellow stone out. Line up a plank for himself, but he's just rolled a fraction too far.
Yeah. Or it should have occurred more, maybe.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
He only really has one shot here, and that's the shot to come down and try and freeze onto his own yellow.
But he could stop at the T line too, because he's got backing in the.
Yeah, he does. He's just got to be a little bit careful, because the way these reds ended up, if he stops just short of the T line, it could be a possible run back double or triple on to score a few for Finland. So this is not an easy shot. Again, it'll come down to sweepers. Rasmus Rana can make his best call, but he's got to be able to rely on the sweepers to get the weight right. He's looking at a few options here. And
I mean, worst case, there's a triple there for Kiskinen on this last on 2. A multiple score.
Yep. Not an easy triple if he puts a freeze on top of the yellow.
No. But the stone has to be played.
It looks like he's going to try and take his own yellow, come off it, hit the back of the yellow at the edge of the forefoot and chip it across.
It's probably the young guns.
Young guns again.
In this situation, I'd say it would play the easy shot. Instead, this is a high-risk shot, I'd say.
This wasn't for your skip, I can tell you.
No.
He wouldn't even have looked at this. He'd be coming down. The freezing the yellow is the safer shot. This is high risk.
And this is an out time, so that wasn't actually
didn't ask him
on the agenda for my skip.
He didn't play that shot.
But he makes it.
Nice shot. Played it okay, but it hasn't.
But there's still a now he's got possible race taker too.
Yep.
2 options.
Just wondering if hitting the back yellow that's in the open, I think it might just jam the other yellow against the red and you end up losing
Eikö sä
one.
luottanut, että mä oon siinä nähnyt vai? Älä nyt näähän se.
Yep, if Rasmus got that 2 centimeters less of the contact, he'd have been lying well. This is where Kalle Kiskanen's first shot, the middle of these 3 reds, just rolled 10 centimeters too far. Where we had quite an easy plant. The angle's wrong from.
Yep.
Ei taida olla ihan tarpeeksi siinä tilaa vai?
It also depends on the drag effect. Right? If it's possible to play that
Ei taida olla ihan tarpeeksi tilaa ilmeisesti.
race from the front.
I think the race from the front may well bring this one too far across this way. But perhaps contact on that, hit the edge of that might run back and catch a double. Not easy. Not many angles in favour of Finland right now. Either Nicola trying to line it up. It's like a plant and snooker, this one.
Yeah.
Pull shot. Last stone of the end. Game tied at 3-all.
And it's an important stone because whatever team gets the point is in a good position for the last two ends.
Yep, score of 1 here. They'll both be happy with the score of 1.
Yeah.
I think the front end must have put some doubt into Callie's mind, the shot he had called. Is there an out-turn tap on there? Ben, can they come round, out-turn, wait and get past the red and tap the yellow back for 2? It might not be far away.
No, I think it's there. And he has something to he can lean on the yellow stone to the right.
So the ice he's taking is just for back ring weight.
As long as he's on the inside of that stone, he secured the point. He's looking for 2, but he would be fine with 1.
Callie Kisson, school principal teacher back in Helsinki. A vital shot in this game on the B road. Team Lasalo working it really hard to try and keep it straight. Oh, it's tight, way inside the line. Steal of 1 for Sweden.
The tide has changed.
A 4-3 lead after 6 ends. We talk about scoring in the even ends. It's probably even more important in the 8-end game than in the 10-end game. But this was a big chance missed.
True.
To be quite honest, it wasn't that close. He was way inside the line.
Yeah. Like I mean, he's missing on the wrong edge of the stone.
Yeah.
He could have, as I said, been fine just being a bit wide and just touching it barely and then rolling to the forefoot.
Yeah. So the next Olympics, Bent, are in Pyongyang in South Korea.
That's correct.
Have you been to the venue? Have you seen the facilities?
No, I haven't been there, but the General Secretary and President of the World Curling Federation has been there.
Going to be an exciting time taking curling to South Korea for an Olympic event.
Oh yeah. And Asia is one part of the world with a tremendous interest in curling.
Yeah, I'd agree. I went with the girls last year to the World Championships, Sapporo, and it was absolutely outstanding.
Oh yeah.
The organisation, the facilities, the way we were hosted and looked after, the people, the culture was just fantastic. Love Japan, and I'm looking forward to go back if we can manage to qualify to go back to Asia again. I think it's been one of the best things about curling's participation in the Olympic Games. Has brought so many more countries into the sport.
Yep.
Who are striving for the ultimate, the gold medal.
And like hurling is basically has been very traditional sport. We have the mature curling nations on the podium every year. But what the Olympics has made to the sport is to give new opportunities to countries like China and Japan and South Korea. And they have been competitive, but still they're still in the learning process. That could be a result of lack of traditions.
Yeah, lack of a curling knowledge within the culture is difficult as well. We've seen many of these countries, developing countries, taking on coaches from a more traditional curling nation such as Canada, Scotland, places like that, to try and help develop the sport in the country, and it's working well. You all have to look at the mixed doubles event, another new Olympic discipline for Pyongyang. Going to be exciting, fast, dynamic sport. Hungary won 2 world titles in the last 3 years. Hungary not known as a traditional curling nation, but just 2 brilliant performances by the Hungarian couple.
Really looking for with excitement for Olympics in 2018, because this year we made some important rule changes to the sport, to that discipline, to make it less predictable and more entertaining for the audience. So we are in a learning process still. We're going to do some investigations on several initiatives to make it even more attractive.
Well, it's a developing discipline within the sport of curling, and there will always be changes to perfect it. I think the changes are great. Personally, I would like to see maybe a few more power plays available, because the sport itself of mixed doubles can be quite similar end after end. It's a race to the button, a race to the forefoot, so there may be 2 or 3 different options and setups. Be worth a try going forward, but certainly a young person sport as well. Fast, dynamic.
It has been complained that it's become too repetitive. But then again, what this makes to the discipline is you kind of ease up the situation. You have this trump card you can throw in, and that changes the whole dynamics and tactics of the game.
Okay, back in our featured game here after a little diversification chat there. Sweden, a little bit of bother.
There's been some misses early in the end so Finland is once again they're in control of the end. Hopefully lying 3 after Teemu Salo's stone here.
In control of the end, but Sweden do have control of the scoreboard, leading 4 shots to 3. Playing the second last end. And Willie Mikkola there having to earn his corn. Well swept. So Sweden definitely need a double. And Fredrik Nyman to play the next shot here. In-turn double.
And Sweden can afford to give up 2, because then they come home in the last end with 1 down, but the hammer, and it's possible or likely to make 2 with the hammer.
Giving up any more than 2 will be a problem for them. Great shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, Fredrik played very well. But your father wished he was able to play that a few times. Hans would have been happy to play a few doubles like that. Really just playing a controlled route takeout, but he's tight away.
Just sweeping it out of his hands.
He was the first one to shout.
Oh.
Really, this looks like it's trouble for you, boy.
Lazy release.
Yep, and he set up another double. He knew himself, bent the minute to let it go, and most players do. If they're inside the line, they can normally tell straight away. He was shouting almost before he let the stone go.
And this ice where it's 4.5 feet curl, then you what you really don't want to be is to be positive in the release.
Yeah, it's no ice for a soft release. You've got to be right out to the brush here. Got the two. He's going to jam.
Almost.
Just in behind. Oh, well, he's lying. He's lying two, but the red is still in play.
Let's see if Mekele can make that roll across the house.
Yep, even if he hits and rolls across in front of these two, it'll make it difficult. Far away, they're just going off for the brushing.
It's a hit and stick. They're probably lying shot rock, but if Sweden also makes a chap, then Finland will lie two in case they remove the yellow stone in the back of the house.
Yeah, Sweden will have to hit and check in this time. They can't afford a nose hit. Been lucky so far, Bent. Their TV games have all been very close. Every draw we've seen has been a close one. This game's no exception.
Well, thank the teams then. They're putting up a good show,
Yeah.
good TV show.
Rasmus playing in turn. That was the danger. Is he lying? Second shot? No, he's not. He lies first and third. Kalle Kiskinen got an opportunity to go a little tap back here on the yellow.
It looks like he's going to play the freeze.
Yep. Just trying to move it back
Just tap it a bit.
10 centimetres to lie two. Make it difficult then for Rasmus to make a double. Today's coverage of the Curling Champions Tours brought to you by Laguerre Switzerland, in association with the Royal Caledonian Curling Club and Try Curling.
Joo.
Well, it's British curling.
Takasininen about. Joo. Okei. Takavalkea sininen.
This is a difficult way to play this shot. Bent is coming from outside across the face of it.
Yeah, no, I don't like that because he's moving very far out on the sides of the sheet.
He gets a huge swing at the end coming off the side here. I think this is the wrong hand to have played. He's made it well.
He did. True.
Not easy playing it that way.
No. But still, what the challenges Vrano with is that Vrano, in either case, in case he doesn't play the freeze or the tap there, if he plays the takeout, then he would automatically, so to say, give up a deuce.
Yep. The angles are not great for Rana. Because Kalle played it absolutely perfectly, it makes it very difficult to eliminate both reds.
It was excellent played by Kalle Kiskinen.
Okay, he's going back to his favoured up-weight shot. It looks to me like he's going to try and hit this right in the nose, drive it back into the red and hopefully bounce over the top of the other yellow, if not leave it with backing, protecting his own stone he's about to play.
Yeah. But he's taking no risks by
It's a big risk, yeah.
leaving ooh, here comes the gun.
Here comes the big gun.
He's trying to play the double actually.
What a shot. What a shot. And his lead player knows that. He says, thanks skipper, you've pulled us out of a lot of trouble there. Look at this. He says, I can't believe you made that. He's telling the guys next door. Did you see what my skip did there? Yep, Joachim can't believe what happened there. He's delighted with that, rightly so.
But on the other hand, what happens now is that most likely Finland will have the advantage of last stone in the final then.
Callie trying to blank this end. Final shot, 7th end, looking for in-turn clearance. Just wants to hit half the stone on the left-hand side of the stone and roll out.
Ooh.
Goodness. Bent, any thoughts on that one?
I didn't see that one coming.
Well, if the Swedish boys didn't get a Christmas present from their friends in Finland, they have in the last 2 ends. Obviously Callie wasn't trying to do that, he was trying to hit half the stone and clear the house to retain the hammer. Now he's 2 down, must score his 2 and hope for the extra end or score 3 to win the game.
That's a very difficult situation to put themselves in now. First they have to take a 2 and then they have to steal in the extra end.
Just these last 2 or 3 ends, Callie's Kiskinen himself, his percentages dropped back a bit. So 55% for the game, although the overall team percentages, Finland are 76 and Rasmus Rana's team are at 65.
And here Finland gets a little help from Brano and the lead.
Yeah. That really wasn't a good shot, and Joachim should know. I think he's still buzzing after his skip's last stone, but you've got to pay attention here. He's just given him a huge opportunity by throwing a guard up in the house or washed through the back.
Let me put it this way, I've seen juniors done that before.
Well, the guys I play with, if I'd done that as a lead, I think I'd be in a few death stares coming down the ice.
I think I remember I played you and your team in Bern one year. I beat you in the quarterfinals. You had the last stone. You played with Warwick Smith.
Okay. Well, there's one thing, Bent. If you lost, I certainly wouldn't be remembering the game, so I'll take your word for it.
Oh, if Warwick shows up, I'll give him a sweet reminder. So what Finland tried to do was to guard the guard of Swinstone, but they didn't manage to do that. So Swin was able to remove the guard they put up. So you have to be accurate.
Yep, Finland one long one, one short one. They've got the long guard on. They're going to.
They need to gain some distance between these stones to avoid the double.
They haven't got enough distance there. That's not a great shot.
No.
I actually think in this first one he would be aiming to. I think he just threw it wide. He was hoping to get a corner guard up and let them peel the centre guard. And you get a second corner guard up that way.
I mean, I like the call to play a guard on the guard, but you have to execute it. And like now, it's the wrong game setup.
Yeah.
Now you get center guards. You should have had corner guards.
Yeah.
You see now Jordan Wallin has been struggling for the whole game. He makes that run back and takes up the double.
Yeah. That's the way it goes, isn't it? When you're behind, it never works for you. When you're ahead, everything comes off. And as you say, Jordan struggled quite poorly in the first half of the game. Come back in the second half.
It looks like the air in the balloon has gone out.
Oof. That wasn't his finest moment.
No, but it's okay. I mean, it's
Yeah, simply.
as long as you with the skip stones, it's not that risky to be behind the tee line. But all it takes is for Sweden to have one double, and they still have their guns left with Fredrik Niemann and Rasmus Moran on the takeout games.
Yeah, I've seen some great shots from both these guys today. So at this stage in the end, halfway through, or about to be halfway through the end after Timo Sala's second shot. Sweden got game control. And we haven't said that much during this last couple of hours. But I have to say, Bent, despite the fact that Finland were in control with the stones in the house most of the game, the Swedes never faltered, they never panicked, they kept working away, took their chances, relied on their third and skip, playing some big shots, which they made.
And that's the good thing about the young guys, because they're absolutely fearless. They believe they can hit everything, and if they do, and if they're in the right mood like they've been in this game, they're absolutely, well, the game is alive and kicking.
Yeah, they have no fear. Willie trying to throw another guard up to protect his red in the house.
Of course, it could be tempting for Sweden to make a Cameron and freeze the shot rock, but what they want to do is to eliminate the risk here and keep it open, and rather go for a double takeout than to risk the game, so to say.
Yeah, they're working, playing it smart. They're calling the game well here. They realise that worst case scenario, if they were to lose it to it, they still have the hammer on extra end. But the way it stands currently, they're a great chance of winning just now.
Looks very Swedish.
Both teams got plenty of time left in their clocks. Nearly 5 minutes left on his, so he's got lots of time. Finland going to throw one more guard.
I guess this is the last guard we see.
Yeah. Sweden will peel this off, and then Finland will try and split the house and hope we don't get a double. Rasmus Rana, pure weight.
He was also the skip of the Swedish mixed team, who were runner-up in this year's mixed championship.
Okay. We lost to Norway in the final.
That's absolutely correct.
Yeah. We were talking about the strength and depth of Norwegian curling, and you must be really pleased to see Hoiberg's team doing so well this year. Marcus and the boys have had a very good year, playing well on the tour.
Yeah, they were in in the quarterfinals and the playoffs in Canada for the first time, and that's another step on the curling ladder, so to say. Have been struggling a bit over the recent competitions, but I'm now playing McDonald in another B-road game here, and it's a level game so far.
Yep. Yeah, he's one shot up against Ewan McDonald, the current scorers champion, with 2 ends to go. So here we go. This shot, it's going to slash double and hit half the red stone, the wide side. If he can move them both out, he wins the game. If he doesn't, the likelihood is at the next end.
In any case, it's almost down to the last stone anyway.
Here we are, we're going to come down to the last stones. Rasmus is making sure the bottom of the stone is clean of any dust or debris. Big weight again. Oh, how unlucky was that? He touched the stone and didn't take it out.
That's incredible with that weight.
Really, exactly.
I mean, as long as there's contact, there's almost inevitable that it's not going to be removed.
Yep, he was a fraction away from being perfect. However, giving Kalle Kiskinen a free draw to the anywhere in the house for the extra end.
So you're working overtime now, Davies? Is that it?
To write a letter to the committee on my own behalf to get a pay rise. They'll probably give me 100-fold bent, because 100 times 0 is still 0. Nice shot, Kalle. Well played. Ties the game up, and we're going to go down the extra end. Sweden will have the advantage of the last stone.
And Finland will start with a hammer, with the first stone in the extra end. Pavel Kuzman. So aiming for a center guard.
On aika pitkällä.
Well, this one seemed to have picked because it was a huge swing.
Tää oli löysä irti, sori.
Just going across the line, you'd like to put it on the centre line, but not too bad. Rasmus calling for the tick here, wants to try and split it. Can't take out of play, but he can move it to the side.
Joachim Flieg struggling a bit with his balance there. Indicates that there was something, some debris in the sliding path.
Yep, he's got his foot, but nice shot.
That's true.
Really nice shot. Moved it off the centre line. The rest of the boys are saying he should do that more often. It seemed to help him a bit there. This is we're being unfair. He's had a better second half to the game, but that was an excellent shot.
But what he did was to leave a stone behind the tee line, which could be beneficial for Finland later on.
Yeah, Finland are going to throw a number of guards out front now to try and block the front up, get someone to hide behind.
It's better.
That's where he wants it, on the centre line. Joachim trying to tick a second time. This is the important one. If you can make this, oh, he's just a little wide on that one. We're trying to sweep it down into it to make it swing more. So Christian won't be worried if he's in the rings. He wants to put up another tight guard behind the red that's already there.
He has to gain some distance between those two guards.
Absolutely. In fact, he can be in the front ring, doesn't make a difference. It's still a guard. If it's in the front ring, it's still a guard. You can draw in behind it. Nice shot. Rasmus playing the out-turn peel. We're asking Jordan to do that.
There's lots of motion there.
Yeah, he got the double, but he rolled that one back in, which is not really.
I don't like that one.
Cause him, not really helping him at all. The problem with that stone is bent. It's not so much the fact it's in the house, it's the fact it's blocking his Skip's out-turn draw to the bottom of his last shot.
Yep. It opens up for Finland too. Well, they're playing another
long guard.
Sooner or later they will be dealing with that.
Nice shot. Good length and cutting the centre line.
Yep. Just playing an open peel to split the guard. Open an old jam in the house.
Single peel. Kiskin going to throw one more up in front again.
The trouble now could be that if this guard is too deep, then it could be an easy double and game's over. So to say.
I think this will be the last time he goes short.
If it gets over the hog line.
Might just get over, but it's not over by much. Yeah.
It's a good weight. Because now it's more separation between the stones.
Maximum distance, couldn't do much better than that. What's your thoughts on the next one? So they're going to peel the centre guard off. I think we'll be looking to maybe start to come round, because if they have one of these makes a double on the guards, you have nothing left.
I'd say now it's about time to think of getting the shot rock. And then rather to put up guards to protect that shot rock.
However, Kelly's looks like he's going to go for the same again.
Most likely the skip syndrome. I want to do it myself.
Live around the world in TV. he's waited all year for this one.
This one is wider.
Yeah, it's got a long way to come down this time. He's got to sweep it to bring it down onto the line. It's going to bring him a lot closer.
A lot closer, and well, he opens up for a double either way.
Is he going to peel the one that's on the centre line closer to the house and ignore the longer one and then try and get a double with the two reds in the house?
Let's see, the center guard is the threat.
Yeah, fancy then turn red onto red.
Very determined look at
Yeah,
Fredrik
Fredrik.
in his eyes.
Looking to finish off on a high. He missed it. Yep, this time Kissenen's definitely coming in. Kalle Kistinen, 40-year-old from Helsinki. Principal teacher in a school in Helsinki. So the in-turn draw round. He's left behind it. Well,
It was a practice rock.
that wasn't what he was going for. The saying goes, he pulled the pin on that one. That wasn't a good shot at all, and gives Rasmus a massive opportunity to make a good shot here. Might not have to make a second shot. In turn, draw round, come top of the forefoot.
But still, Finland has got a chance, so he cannot, eliminate all the opportunities here, Rasmus.
You know, he can't cover all bases, but he can give himself a huge start to the. He can come around here, bent on top of the button.
Yeah.
It's going to leave Finland a hell of a hard shot.
It's a lot of push and that release.
Just what I was thinking as well, he's got a nice slide, but he's got a huge amount of arm action at the very end. It's difficult to be consistent with that.
It's a bit slow. But they can use that maybe afterwards.
Could do, could do. A little bit disappointed with that one. I think he was hoping to be nice line. Another metre further up in that line, he was going to be pretty much fully buried then. The good thing from Sweden's point of view is the yellow is wide open, so no matter where Kalle Kistinen finishes this stone, they're able to make a run back on it.
Yep. So, and that's one concern that Kiskinen has, that he needs to gain some separation between the stones.
And we know from having watched this whole game, the run back is Rasmus Rana's trump card. Final shot, extra end for Kalle Kistinen. Sweden have one more to come. Out turn draw. No concern of the weight just now, just the line.
Really hard.
Really sweeping hard for, really shouting hard for line, but
It's a bit heavy, doesn't it?
yeah, it's got lots of weight. Lots of weight. It's going to go too far.
And the winner.
A win for Sweden. Rasmus Rana and his junior team defeat Kalle Kiskinen from Helsinki. Youth over experience. Bent, many thanks indeed for your company here in the commentary box today, and just to wish you and your young boys all the very best for the rest of the week.
Thanks,
you have
David.
success. And
It's been a pleasure.
great to have you here.
Thank you.
We'll be back in a few minutes with the next round game, which we're going to see Peter de Cruz from Geneva playing against one of Canada's top teams, Kevin Cooey. We look forward to seeing you back then.